Welcome to Glorious English. Today's story will surprise you. A grandmother hides a secret that changes everything. What her family never knew will leave you speechless. Stay till the end. You'll not only feel her pain and power, but also learn English through real emotions and life stories that touch the heart. He called me just a burden, but I had a secret he never knew. My name is Martha. I am from a small town in Georgia, USA. I have spent my whole life loving and caring for my family. I raised my children with patience, cooked their meals, and comforted them when they cried. I thought love alone was enough to hold us together. I never imagined that one day, the person I trusted most would call me just a burden. That moment changed my world. But I had a secret, a hidden strength that he could never understand. For years, I dedicated myself entirely to my family. I skipped my own rest, helped with homework, and listened to their troubles. My heart was full of care and devotion, yet I quietly endured exhaustion and loneliness. People saw my smile and thought I was always happy. They never knew the nights I spent awake, praying and worrying. I believed that my sacrifices were worth it, that my love would always be recognized. Little did I know some hearts can be blind to love. Words of hurt can come from the most trusted people, May. I also had dreams and desires of my own. I wanted to feel valued, appreciated, and respected. But life's responsibilities kept me busy, and my own needs were often ignored. I gave everything to others, thinking love was enough. I never imagined that my grandson Michael would call me just a burden one day. That insult cut deep, leaving a wound that seemed impossible to heal. Yet deep inside, I knew I had something he did not understand. A secret of strength, resilience, and hidden value that no words could diminish. It happened on a quiet Sunday afternoon. Michael and I were in the living room, and I asked if he could help me with small chores. Instead of replying kindly, he laughed and said, "Grandma, you're just a burden. Why do you even ask for help?" His words hit me like a sharp knife. I felt my heart shatter into pieces. I had spent years caring for him, guiding him, and loving him without hesitation. And this was my reward. The pain was so deep, I could barely breathe. I had never expected such cruelty from someone I loved dearly. I tried to keep my composure, not to cry in front of him. I reminded myself that my worth was not defined by his words. Still, the insult echoed in my mind, replaying like a cruel song. I thought of every meal I cooked, every lesson I taught, every moment I stayed awake, worrying about him. I had given so much, yet he only saw me as a burden. My heart ached silently. I wondered how love could be ignored, how devotion could be dismissed, and why some people fail to see the value of those who care for them. After he left the room, I sat alone, tears running silently down my cheeks. I reflected on my life, the sacrifices I had made, and the love I had given unconditionally. I realized that words can wound deeply, but they cannot take away the love and strength within me. I had a secret he could never know. a gift of resilience, wisdom, and enduring love that no insult could erase. That evening, I promised myself that I would not let his words define me, and that my secret strength would carry me through the pain. My secret was simple, yet powerful. I had learned to endure, to give love, even when it wasn't returned, and to find joy in small moments. I knew my value, even if others failed to recognize it. My heart was full of love, my spirit resilient, and my mind wise from years of experience. I understood that hurtful words were temporary, but my inner strength was permanent. Michael might call me a burden, but he could never touch the dignity, courage, and love I carried quietly in my soul. I was stronger than he could ever imagine. I remembered my childhood, the lessons my mother taught me, and the hardships I had overcome. I had survived loss, loneliness, and disappointment. Each struggle had made me more resilient. I knew that life would always challenge me, but my secret strength allowed me to face every difficulty with grace. Michael's words were painful, but they did not define me. My love, my care, and my wisdom were invisible treasures he could not take away. I carried them silently, like a hidden fire, warming my heart even in moments of sorrow. With this understanding, I began to focus on myself. I read books that inspired me, tended to my garden, and spent time with friends who valued me. Each small act reminded me of my worth. I realized that Michael's cruelty could not diminish my spirit. I had survived worse, and I would survive this too. My secret strength was my resilience, my ability to rise above hurt, and my capacity to continue loving even when unappreciated. That secret gave me peace, and slowly my heart began to heal. Weeks passed, and Michael's words haunted me. I noticed that he acted distant, but I also saw small moments of kindness. I decided to observe, to understand him without confrontation. I realized that his anger and hurtful words came from his own frustrations and insecurities. He did not fully understand the love and care I had given him all these years. My heart softened, not because his words were right, but because I understood that some pain comes from ignorance, not malice. I decided to respond with patience and quiet strength. One afternoon, I gently spoke with him. I said, "Michael, words can hurt, but love remains." He looked surprised, unable to respond at first. I explained how much I cared for him, how much my love had been constant, and how my heart never wished him harm. My voice trembled, but my message was clear. Love and patience endure beyond insults. He listened quietly, a new awareness in his eyes. I did not demand an apology. I simply shared my truth, my secret strength, and the resilience that allowed me to continue loving him despite his harsh words. After that conversation, things began to change. Michael slowly became more considerate, showing small acts of kindness and attention. He still made mistakes, but my heart no longer trembled with fear. I had learned that strength is quiet, that love is patient, and that understanding can heal wounds that words cannot. My secret, the resilience and love I had carried for years, had not only preserved me, but had also begun to inspire change in him. I realized that patience and inner strength can transform even the most difficult relationships. Over the following months, I focused on healing fully. I spent time with friends, engaged in hobbies, and practiced self-care. I learned that my value did not depend on recognition from others. My worth was intrinsic, rooted in the love, care, and resilience I carried. Each day, I reminded myself of my secret strength, that no cruel words could diminish my heart or spirit. Healing was slow but steady. I began to feel joy again, small sparks of laughter returning to my home. I realized that inner strength is the greatest gift we can hold. I also nurtured my bond with Michael gently. I offered guidance without expecting immediate gratitude. I gave love without demanding respect. Slowly, he began to recognize the depth of my care. His laughter became genuine, his attention more thoughtful. I saw growth, not perfection, and my heart felt lighter. My secret strength, the ability to endure, forgive, and love, allowed our relationship to heal. I discovered that resilience and patience can teach lessons more effectively than anger or confrontation. True power lies in quiet endurance and love, unseen but deeply felt. Through this process, I realized that my story could help others. Grandmas and caregivers everywhere face hurtful words and unappreciated sacrifices. I wanted them to know that resilience, love, and patience are our secret strengths. Even when people call us burdens, our hearts remain strong. We endure because of love, not because of recognition. Life may bring insults and neglect, but it also teaches lessons about patience, forgiveness, and self-worth. My journey from pain to understanding became a message for anyone feeling unseen, unheard, or unappreciated. I now understand that words can wound, but they do not define us. Love, patience, and resilience are stronger than insults. Michael's harsh words taught me the importance of inner strength, self-respect, and quiet endurance. Life will challenge us, and people may fail to see our efforts, but our secret power lies in continuing to love and care despite hurt. I learned to set boundaries, nurture myself, and forgive for my own peace. These lessons are invaluable, teaching that patience, understanding, and quiet strength shape lasting relationships and preserve our hearts even when others falter. I also realized that healing comes from within. No external validation can replace the power of self-love and awareness. I embraced my worth, celebrated small victories, and valued moments of genuine connection. I understood that patience and love can transform relationships, but only if grounded in resilience and self-respect. My secret strength, the love, wisdom, and courage I carried, allowed me to endure insults and continue caring. Life may test us, but our inner power remains unshakable. The journey from hurt to growth shows that resilience and love are gifts we give ourselves. Finally, I wanted to share my story so others can learn. People may call us burdens, overlook our sacrifices, or hurt us with words, but our hearts remain full. Our love, patience, and endurance are our treasures. Life may challenge us, but it also teaches strength, wisdom, and compassion. My journey with Michael proved that even difficult relationships can heal with understanding, resilience, and quiet care. I hope my story inspires others to trust their hearts, embrace their secret strengths, and rise above hurt with courage and love. Thank you for watching Glorious English. If this story touched your heart, please like, comment, and subscribe for more emotional English stories.